Deep in the heart of the most colorful jungle you've ever seen, lived a tiny baby parrot named Echo. But Echo wasn't just any parrot. He had a very peculiar and very loud problem. He couldn't say anything just once. Oh no, not Echo. Anything he said, he had to repeat exactly 100 times. Picture this: the sun peeks over the canopy, and Echo's mum chirps a cheerful, "Good morning, Echo," and what does she get in return? "Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning," and on, and on, and on, 100 times. By the time little Echo finished his greeting, the sun was high in the sky, and it was already the middle of the afternoon. His morning greeting literally took up the entire morning. School was a whole other level of chaos. Imagine the scene. The wise old owl teacher, Professor Hoot, asks the class, "All right, students, what is 2 plus 2? Echo, eager to show how smart he was, shot his wings straight up. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. The entire class, including Professor Hoot, had to sit there in complete silence, tapping their claws, waiting a full 10 minutes for Echo to finish answering the simple math problem. By the time he was done, the teacher just sighed, shook his head, and called on the next student. Echo never got to answer another question again. It wasn't long before the other parrots in the jungle started to get, well, a little fed up. "Stop talking, Etcher," they would squawk from the branches. "You take forever to say literally anything. We can't have a single conversation with you. You are, without a doubt, the most annoying parrot in the entire jungle." Their words stung, but Echo knew they were right. He felt like a broken record, stuck on an endless loop. Echo was heartbroken. He decided he had to stop. He tried absolutely everything he could think of. He tried holding his beak shut with his wings, but all that came out were muffled repetitions. MMMPH, MMMPH, MMMPH. He tried putting a piece of sticky sap tape over his beak, but, with the first word, the force of his 100 repetitions just blew it right off. He even tried to whisper, thinking that might help. But that just led to him whispering the same thing 100 times. It was hopeless. Sitting alone on a branch, tears welled up in his eyes. "I'm so annoying, I'm so annoying, I'm so annoying," he cried, his sadness echoing his usual pattern. The other animals, hearing his sorrowful repetition start, just sighed and flew or scurried away. They couldn't even stay to comfort him, because by the time he finished crying, night would have fallen. Poor Echo was all alone, trapped in his own repetitive world. But then, one fateful day, the jungle emergency siren blared. A tiny baby monkey had wandered off and gotten lost deep, deep inside the treacherous Echo Canyon. Now, Echo Canyon was a notoriously dangerous place. Its walls were shaped in such a way that they created thousands of confusing, disorienting echoes. Any sound you made would bounce back at you from every direction, making it impossible to tell which way was which. Rescue teams had already gone in, but they'd gotten lost themselves, confused by the cacophony of their own overlapping calls. The rescue chief, a big, serious gorilla, paced back and forth, wringing his hands. "The echoes are scrambling all our signals. We need a sound that's so consistent, so repetitive, that we can lock onto it and filter out all the fakes. We need someone who can make a sound so many times that we can follow its true source." Suddenly, every single head in the jungle turned. Every eye landed on one small, nervous parrot. They all looked at Echo. The rescue chief's eyes widened. You're the only one who can repeat a signal 100 times without stopping." Echo's little heart started to pound. Really, really, really. He began out of habit, then caught himself. He took a deep breath, puffed out his chest and said, with a newfound determination, I mean, I can help. With a brave flutter, Echo flew to the entrance of the perilous Echo Canyon. He perched on the highest rock, took the biggest breath his little lungs could hold, and began to call out, "Follow my voice! Follow my voice! Follow my voice!" He didn't stop. He didn't falter. He repeated his call 100 times, just like he always did. His voice shot into the canyon, and immediately it was chaos. Follow my voice bounced from wall to wall, creating 1,000 phantom echoes. But here's the brilliant part. Because the real Echo repeated his call so many times, without a single break, the rescue team inside could finally detect a pattern. Listen, one of the rescuers shouted, "The fake echoes are fading, but that one core sound is constant. There, that's the 47th repeat. It's coming from that way. Go." They followed the trail of his unwavering voice, a living, breathing breadcrumb trail of sound. Deeper and deeper they went, until they found the scared little baby monkey, and then they followed Echo's voice all the way back to safety. When they emerged from the canyon, the whole jungle erupted in cheers. "Echo, Echo, Echo," they chanted, and for once, it wasn't annoying at all. Echo saved the day with the one thing that made him so irritating. A toucan squawked in disbelief. Echo's mum flew to him and wrapped him in a warm, tight hug. "Oh, my sweet boy," she cooed. "Your repeating isn't a curse, it's a superpowered signal system. In a normal conversation, it might be a little much, but in an emergency, you're a living, breathing beacon." And from that day on, Echo became the official jungle emergency broadcaster. Whenever someone was lost, whenever there was danger, whenever the jungle needed a signal that would never, ever stop, they called on Echo. The most annoying habit in the world had become the most life-saving skill imaginable. What everyone saw as his greatest flaw turned out to be his greatest strength. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed seeing Echo turn his quirk into a superpower, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tales. We'll see you in the next video.